Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're joining from. Thank you so much for your patience today. Like literally my phone, I'm using it from power source because I didn't really have, today I was literally moving around. How are you all doing? How are you all doing? Let me know. Good evening. Thank you so much everyone for your patience, right? Let me just inform everyone else. Please, if you're here, let me know. Rabiatu, is it you that you're there? Okay. If you're coming in, just let me know. Awesome. Okay, thank you so much. Please, does anybody have any questions so far? Any questions so far? Let me just do a few little reminders here and there. Any questions? What am I doing? I'm sending the wrong. Whoa. Okay, I think I'm sending the wrong live. Awesome. Please give me one moment. Let me. So if you have any questions, please just go ahead and ask. We'll be concluding our course today, so that if we have any, yes, found it. Any questions so far today? My goodness, I don't even know what happened. Sincerely, from morning to night, I had some challenges with my device, so I took it out. So where I was, I didn't really have a good access to power, and I was not thinking. I just felt like when I come back, I'll be able to fix it up. Only for me to come back and realize that I didn't even have any alternative source. So I was literally under pressure. Thank you so much for understanding as well. I just want to put some reminders. Please, if you have any questions, just ask. If today is your first time here, please help me. Let me know. Rosa, good to see you. Okay, so I think the way it is now, I don't think I will post this night. I've just had a lot to do. Okay, so any questions so far, please let me know. For the people who have been trying to catch up, how has it been going for you? I've been really hearing lots of testimonies about our courses. I mean, everybody who has listened to anyone, they kept sending me messages today, like random people that are not even in the camp sent me different messages, and they were just screaming. I said, okay, this is nice. I just hope that the people that are in the camp as well are taking advantage. You know, there's another thing about you thinking that you have all like you already have access to every information, so you just be taking your time. Like I said, to me, I did not promise anybody that these courses are going to be in life. If not, how am I going to sell it? That's another thing. Everything I taught you guys, that's what I'm doing for myself. So if I leave it free, like open for view at any point, then I don't think I'll be fair, right? If I'm selling it to a new set of people. But then of course I stand to be corrected. That's why I'm asking you. I asked you guys yesterday, so based on any decision that my team will come up with, that's how we're going to go, so that it will not be that when we unlist all the courses now, you'd be thinking that, oh, maybe I did this, I did that. Please, I'm begging you people now, if you have any gap or any if you've not caught up, just try your best. Even me, like this, I barely sleep. Yesterday night, did I even sleep? I think I slept by 3 because I was trying to, like I told you guys, I'm converting the classes into books immediately. I'm converting it, so every day as soon as we're done, I just go ahead and sit still, like try to curate some of the conversations, and all of them, it's going to be a book. And I don't want to get to the point where that book is not ready by by that 8th. That's just what I want to do, and I will have to, but at least by 5th I should be done. So that's why even me now, it's not like I have time. That's why I'm somehow rejoicing that the classes will soon be over. Like, I'm just so happy. But then I'm hoping that that's what I told you guys now. I told you the challenge with doing things free is that most people will not honor it, and it will be rather unfortunate. And that's why I cannot make it free. It cannot be free. And it's not because of anything. It's not like I cannot make it free. It's just because if I make it free, people will not take it seriously. So that's life. That's literally just life for us. Okay. So have we started preparing some of our presentations? For the people who have started, if you have, at least you started making research, just say yes. If at least you've started making research. Today I'm going to be very fast. I'm hoping to close, that we finish before at least 9:45, 10, because I have a curfew now at home. My people, my husband just wants me to rest often because I barely sleep. Okay, so please, do we have any questions? If we don't, we're going to go straight into our conversations. So for the people who probably missed out yesterday, if today is your first time, like I said, I always ask, because I try to pause a bit to make sure that you're in perspective and you understand what is going on. Anybody who is their first time, please indicate, so that we don't have you thinking that, oh, you're lost and we didn't do anything about it. So please, I am begging you, right? I don't want anybody to have any challenge. So if this is your first time, kindly indicate, okay? So back to our conversation for the night. Like I said, it's not like I have much time, so I'll quickly review. For the people who came yesterday, we discussed essentially how to prepare for a presentation. I told you guys outrightly that preparing for a presentation is something that can land you any opportunity, right? Even jobs. It's possible that whoever brought you on board, right, or who is bringing you on board to do anything might not give you a dime, but you never know what that exposure can do to you. So always consider presentation opportunities as partly a PR. You know, the way musicians, like the video, yes, the video, that's what it's called, and a few other guys who go for media rounds when they release a song, right? It's like it's now more like a partnership. I have something to sell, so every time I'm given an opportunity to come and speak on a platform, irrespective of the number of people who show up, for me, that's my mindset. I always prepare, because I don't prepare just for that speech. Another person might just be that the only one person who probably comes on board will be like, whoa, this girl is good, how can I get her to come to my platform? You can see now, I told you guys, from this our 30 days challenge already. I think today is the 30, today is the 28th. Well, I don't know, I think we need a special celebration apart from that life event. I wish that you guys were in Abuja, is to take you people out. How many people are in Abuja in this conversation, on this what do they call it, who are currently live on? It's a way to find a way to meet, because this is serious. But one of the things I would say is something that if I took you guys casually, or on or I didn't take you guys seriously, I can just say things like, okay, it doesn't matter, whatever it is, I'll just show up anyhow. Sometimes I might not even show up at all. If I'm gonna be tardy, I'll not even inform anybody, because I feel like, after all, you guys didn't pay me anything, right? That's what a lot of people do. But you don't know who is going to be watching much more later, and that's exactly what happened to me today. Somebody just sent me an episode and said, yeah, she was just screaming when she was watching the class on pricing, that she never have heard anything like that before, that she has been leaving money on the table. I said, madam, calm down. I'm even going to have a one-on-one call with her. I've been wanting to talk to her, but I've just been super busy, and then I don't really want all those unsolicited advice kind of thingy, so I try to distance myself. But if you read my post, then maybe you can get it, okay? So essentially today we have been able to talk about research. From yesterday we've talked about structuring your speech, and then in that structuring we talked about introduction, the body, and then the CTAs, or what we call the conclusion. So the introduction, we said you must have a hook, a rehook. For presentation of speech, please go ahead and just type TEDx here. I think they have almost 30 million people subscribe to that account. Just type TEDx and just see how people start conversations. See, once you have a hook, and the hook is hooking, it can literally be the only, like, your anchor for the entire conversation. So I can say things like, I want to avoid examples today because I don't really have much time. But essentially, let's say I've been called to talk about businesses. So I can just start with Simon Sinek's nobody wants to buy what you do, they only buy why you do it. So I can just start with that. Then I can, nobody wants to, let's say I've just been asked the question, I'll, after maybe saluting, giving praise, like as much as possible, honor any platform you're being called to speak on, any platform at all. Guys, I've been into events, both event planning and all that, and I can tell you for free, anybody who gives you their platform, even if it's only 2 people that are going to be there listening in on you, right? And so I think the major challenge that a lot of us have is the spirit of dishonor. Like, if somebody brings you somewhere, if it's one person, you just feel like, it's just one person. No, you don't have that kind of mindset. So I'm even telling you guys how to prepare for event, whether you're going to be the only one who shows up or you're going to have multiple people. Well, I'm going to come to that, Abimbola. Thank you so much for asking. That's a very important question. So please, everybody, just go ahead and ask questions now. We'll ask questions now because I think we said tomorrow we're going to have our rehearsals. But the challenge I have is that I have two speaker engagements tomorrow from 4, then from 6. So I don't know how early I'll probably I can easily just come back here. I'm going to try my best, and then I'll take permission ahead of time from you all too as well, so that if they hold me back a little longer anywhere else, I told them I'll be the first to speak right at the 6 o'clock one, so that I can quickly come back here and get ready for you all. But we're hoping, I'm also going to find out from you people literally close to the end of our conversations tonight, if you guys are ready for the rehearsals, if you've done all your assignments or you're ready, or you think that we should move the rehearsals to Saturday. So that's one of the things that we're going to do. Good to see you, everyone. Minister Esther, good to see you as well. Dr. Sunday, thank you so much. How are you doing? Okay, so like I said earlier, I was talking about something. That question. Okay, yes, I was talking about you honoring a platform. So even if somebody calls you to speak anywhere, even if it's 3 people that are gathered, you don't even know who is who. Good to see you, Delight. I celebrate you. Okay, so you don't even know who is who. You just say, because there are 3 people, you just come and talk anyhow. You not even prepare your slides. You not even, please don't do that to yourself, right? Don't do that to yourself. Even if it's one person on that particular person's platform, how to start every conversation is to acknowledge and honor the people who are currently on the platform or the organizer. It just shows how respectful you are. Thank you so much for the like. I'm grateful. Thank you. Okay, so that's why it's very important that all of you, yes, Mama, I can see you as well. Thank you so much for coming on board. Thank you as well, everyone, for the patience tonight. I really, really appreciate you guys. Normally, I don't like using my phone while charging it, but that's where we are right now. If not, I wouldn't have had the means to show up here. But I'm grateful for your patience as well. Okay? So, all the time, when somebody brings you on board, honor them. Let them know how stressful it was to organize this. Be a strengthener, because I'm telling you, let's say the person organized the event and the person brought you, and then after a while, there's probably just 3 people on the live and the person is feeling discouraged. When you're talking, pay attention to all these things so that you ensure that you're the one. Thank you so much for the likes as well. Ensure that you're the one who is strengthening. It's not that, I beg, make I just talk and let me just leave. No, honor the person, right? So start your conversations with, I appreciate the fact that you brought me on this platform. You are all doing very amazing work. If you have a preliminary knowledge of the person, like before now, you can just talk about the person and then how the person has helped you in a particular direction here and there. You just put it to give it a background that's okay. Or if you know the person very well and you can validate the person, you're sure that if you endorse the person, like verbally, it will be a very beautiful thing. Please go ahead and also honor them richly. Yes. Okay. So very soon I think my husband is trying to change the source. So please change the source. So please pardon me. Please, if you can hear me, kindly indicate. Hey, well, please hear me out. Okay, also, and you can see me, right? I think I'm using my second phone as my light source. So this is essentially what I was saying. Honor is very, very important, right? Don't be so much in a pressure. Thank you so much. Don't be so much in a pressure to just start your conversation as though you are not just start your conversation as though you are not you don't know the person or the person. So always find something very, very good, very important, something nice, part of your research. That's part of the things you're going to be researching when you are researching. You're going to say it outrightly. Okay, this person, you met this person here the first time you ever. So storytelling from the aspect or from the angle of honor is very important. So you honor the person, then you go right into the conversations. So every single time you want to start a topic, place a lot of emphasis on the topic. So I told you guys, and based on our introduction and our hook, yes, that's the word. One of the main thing you're going to do is that you're going to choose either storytelling or you're going to choose statistics, especially because it's more like going to be a business or a professional meeting, right? Because it's not everybody that will have a community. Those who have courses to sell, who are professionals, are also part of the community. So you'd want to have a hook, right? Every single time, just say a punchline that you can literally. There's something it's called literally hold it throughout. So if you talk about an idea, so I think the last time I was going to speak about visibility, or I was asked to talk about, yes, thank God. The last time I was asked to talk about the relationship between. Sorry guys, give me one moment. So the last time I was called to talk about what did you call it? Social media or online presence. The first thing I did was I talked about visibility and impact, and I can never forget it. When I decided, okay, this is what I want to talk about, I just stayed on it. I had also a personal branding class where I taught a particular group of people. What I did was I just used that Simon Sinek's introduction. I just said a lot of people don't want to buy what you do. They want to buy why you do it. So, and from that session, it's more like a root foundation. So everything you're going to be saying is that you're drawing energy from the first conversation that you have already started introducing people on. And that's one thing you must sit down and do. Like every single time you're called to speak anywhere, the question will be, what do I want people to remember? Right? What do I want people to remember when they hear me? At the end of this conversation, so that day, when you're going to be speaking on the platform, the question will be, what will people remember when I'm done talking bamboozle people? Of course, if you have a lot of results is also part of memorability, right? So social proof. So you might want to put, after you've talked about your hook, you might want to talk about your social proof. And when you're talking about your social proof, is that, thank you so much, Happiness. I really appreciate you. Good to see you as well. Okay, I really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for the strengthening. Okay, so I said most times what you need to do is after you've quoted your hook, you can now subtly introduce your social proof, because a lot of people can just say in their mind, why should I be listening to this person? Let's say your host did not introduce you properly, or the host just talked about you very casually, right? You would need to give people a reason to listen to you. So you can just say, in the last 30 days, I was able to do this, do this, do this. And I say it again. For me, I cringe every time I see videos. I'm so sorry, guys. I understand that a lot of people can be fanatics and all that, but I cringe when I see videos that people make and they don't even think about themselves. So I think I saw some challenge. Somebody joined, was part of a challenge, and hi, no, I really cried though. I'm so sorry, guys, but that's why as much as possible, I didn't even want you guys to just post anyhow during this challenge. I wanted you to be able to stand as an authority in your conversations. So I see videos and people are saying they won in somebody's challenge. I'm like, hey, that is so unfair. Okay, that is so unfair to yourself. So the first thing you want to do is you talk about your hook. So you can choose any particular hook that can easily, so let's say if you're a virtual assistant, you can just take one pinpoint that you know that all entrepreneurs, so choose your target audience and who you think you're going to be speaking to that night, because they are always, I told you guys, for LinkedIn there are two broad people. It's either you're speaking to professionals or you're speaking to entrepreneurs. That's all. That's the summary of anybody, like anybody at all. If you are called to speak anywhere, especially on a professional platform, it's either the person is an entrepreneur or the person is yes, either the person is a professional, that's the word, or the person is an entrepreneur. Okay, so of course when it comes to movies and all that and entertainment, that's a whole different ball game, right? Entertainment is ball game, so you have to have a lot of punchline for people who are into that. Yes, so the goal will be, even in your storytelling, yes, Abimbola says storytelling or statistics, yes, even in your storytelling, make sure that you come out at the end of the tunnel, because the goal is that you're going to sell something. So you see somebody who wants to talk about storytelling, and this is some of the things that nobody tells you anywhere, right? You want to talk about storytelling and you want to sell a product, then you say, okay, so if I can remember the very first time I started my journey as a something. I know a lot of people who are probably watching in might be under pressure on how to do this. This was exactly where I was. I mean, I went through a lot to learn. To resolve emails was a whole other story. And sincerely, then if you know you're going to sell a community or you're going to sell a product, you now not say, you see some people say, sincerely, up to now I don't even know anything there. So if you say you don't know anything there, how do you want me to buy from you? So I'm just probably trying to start, I'm giving perspective to the stories that you're going to be talking about. So whatever you do for memorability, always put a story, especially if you want to be a coach. You want to show yourself, or you're going to be leading people in that particular direction. You want to show yourself coming out of any challenge. So at this end of the spectrum, you are having the challenge. At this end, it came out like this. And that's why you are super passionate, because you want to help people start getting themselves or getting their opportunities, and all of that, right? A whole lot. Then another thing you want to add is, even the story, you can add statistics of people that you've worked with. So I said again, social proof. So storytelling, social proof, statistics, all of them can come up. But the question will be, you need to choose one particular hook, whether it's a statistics hook or a social proof hook. But you need a hook that everything will now beautifully lace under. And the goal is so that people will just know that, okay, let's say visibility is not viability, or visibility is not impact, and impact is not visibility, or impact can be visibility can be impact. You know, just something very direct that people can easily remember. I'll try and see if I can have some, like, if you check some of our, what do they call it, up conversations, I have some recorded events that I've been invited to. So if you have any challenge and it's so bad, you might want to reach out to me. Let me see if I can send you some of the my notes, right? So again, the most beautiful thing I've said again about preparing for a presentation is that always have your presentation documented. Always have. Please don't even form anything that you're not. Don't form anything that you're not, except you're not asked to present officially. And I told you guys, for the purpose of our life events, these are general life events, please, we want people to present. So, and I'll also tell you some of the apps that you can use. In 2 minutes your presentation is ready. So it's not, the goal will not be, I'm trying to use Canva, I'm trying to curate slides. If you want to do that, it's still very okay. You can still use Google, you can still use yes, Google Slides. And if you, most of all those other slides, they have this uniqueness to them, but you don't have to spend all that time, right? You can use things like Gamma and a few other very fast AI presentation preparation. Even ChatGPT you can as well use. Thriveness, good to see you. I think we missed you yesterday. Thank you so much for coming on board as well. Okay, so now another thing will be, since we know that we are literally going to be sitting across the camera, okay, so whatever you wear, just prepare your appearance, how you think you want to be perceived, just prepare. Then another thing is, when you are you're preparing your speech, prepare it, read it out, read it out. Okay, so when you're rehearsing, you still have, like I said, we still have some more days. So when you are rehearsing, say it out. Don't assume that you know what's on your slide, or assume that your thoughts will flow when you just open your mouth. Every single time I have an opportunity to present that is outside my conversation. In fact, most times people invite me for things I don't understand, like different niches. That's just what happens to me. So it means that every single time I just get some of those invitations, I literally will have to start preparing afresh. So it means that the knowledge is completely de novo, and that's why a lot of people are under pressure. I said it again. I think somebody asked this question at the beginning. Everything you're going to be talking about is what is normal to you and your niche, right? I would even ask you guys to send me questions so that you will not be under any form of pressure. Everything you're going to be talking about or your conversation will be based on what you already know, because those are the reason why a lot of people get under pressure, right? They give you an entirely fresh topic. You were super busy. You did not read around the topic. You will be tensed whether you like it or not. You did 5 minutes, oh, because you have Gamma, you have ChatGPT, you just did 5 minutes preparation of slides. You'll be tense no matter what, especially if you're not used to it. For me, I think officially now, I think I did one video. I've done over 120 trainings. So for me, anywhere, but in fact, the last few invitations I got, I don't even used to prepare for Shingbain. When any question they ask, my brain is just releasing it, and that's what exercises do for you, right? Taking out time, like you can see what I'm doing now. Some people might just say, this girl is not wise. See how she gave out all her knowledge for free. But no, I told you guys that that's how the world is wired. The way God has wired us in such a way that if you give, you're always higher. So you can imagine that I spoke like for more than an hour for 30 days stretch. You can't compare me to maybe somebody now who they will just say, oh yeah, come and talk on anything. The person will not deliver as much as I would. It's just what God does for people. So when I come on a platform, I told you guys, I think I just told you about one of the last invitations I got. The lady had to start saying that she doesn't talk much. I said, look at this drama. Instead of you to just say you don't know much and submit yourself, let somebody help your life. You're now saying that you don't talk much. You don't talk much as how? It's a public speaking platform. So you just have to know that if they were inviting you and you're not comfortable with the topic, you tell the person outrightly, this topic is going to take me a lot. And for the time you gave me to show up, it's not going to be possible. And I think last week Sunday I was also invited to speak on a platform, and one of the things I noticed was that the person who joined us, one of the lead speakers, they just informed her, I think a day before, and she's not generally very fluent. If you know, I literally had to patch her because she was the only Nigerian there outside me. So I was not about to disgrace my country, and the other people were all whites. So I had to probably, in fact, some of the answers I'll be putting it right in her mouth, because most of them were the things that were talked about. And for me, personal branding is a serious forte. I like it. I love conversations around that. So while she would not have any answer, her mind was so big. All those other guys, they prepared what do they call it? They prepared slides. Even me, I didn't prepare any slides because I was moderator. But because, like I told you guys now, all the teachers I was doing here, I'm sure even them, they were surprised when they say anything I would add. But those other ladies were literally reading from their slides, even though there was no projection, right? So I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with reading from your slides, but their answers were more accurate. And then the other lady seemed to be all over the place when she was having her conversations. So these are some of the things you would want to avoid, because you don't even know who is going to be on the panel with you, in the sense that you want to show up casually and they now bring one hot person. You just be looking very foolish, because just one person, even on the panel with you, can change your life. So for me, I always see it as beyond you just going to speak anywhere. Make sure that when you are having any conversation, people know that you're an intentional person. That's number one. Number two, you're very intelligent in the way you relate your thoughts. Number three, you took out time to research. You're not just another casual or careless person who just show up on any platform. And before you know it, of course, you never can tell what opportunities. I've had so many life events where people got jobs while they spoke. In fact, I still have that testimonial. All of those things, I'll put them up on my website by the time my website is ready. But that's essentially what happens. Like I told you guys yesterday, for those people who are also coming in today, please, the goal of you talking is that you are talking to help people. You are talking to help people. There's some ideas and knowledge that only you know. Even in your niche, the one that everybody knows, you're the only one that knows it that particular way. So every time you're having any conversation, you are trying to help people. So please, no need for any pressure. All you have to do is just prepare ahead of time. Find places. So I told you guys, for those who have communities, if you were already doing what I told you guys from day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, you would have even found ways to be teaching them one thing or the other. You would have been comfortable with conversations by now. And like I said when we started, right, this is not a generation to be somebody who is not comfortable with talking. You're going to leave lots of money on the table. And I told you guys how I made 6 figures. In fact, that was when I started LinkedIn freshly. And it was just because what somebody just felt I was, because I was talking about a particular thing. Okay, I was talking about health back to back. That's just say, okay, that they give me an opportunity, and 6 figures, and it's not anyhow, almost 500k. It's not anyhow money. So you can imagine that as a newbie, the first time you're called to speak somewhere, it's 500,000 you get. You know that your head, in fact, my joy knew no bounds. And guess what? It was just 1 hour. It's not that, okay, you come for 3 weeks training, or you come for 4 weeks training, 5 weeks training. Somebody tells you to come, it's a newbie, 1 hour, 500k. You know that you have crossed something. You know, even I've seen the rate cards of some of these top people now, because they've sent it to me severally, and trust me, none of them, even most of the ones I've not seen anyone for 1 hour 500k. So, and then me as a newbie, I've already been baptized. Anyway, I think I have that grace. Most times when I'm starting anything new, nobody greets me under that. I literally just have access to the best available. And it's because, remember that you're the one to make people perceive what they, if you're not intentional, people will perceive you as Kaura. In Hausa, I grew up in the north, so Kaura means somebody who is just anyhow. I beg, just give him 50k. I beg, just give him 100k. And I say there's nothing wrong with it. So you can see that my positioning in all that I've been talking about in this camp, I'm saying that let money not be the reason why you should position yourself. There are sometimes where you'll be more concerned about fiat, but then there are sometimes you should not even be bothered about it, right? The goal is that they invite you, you give them standard, and then you move. If, of course, some collaborations where they don't pay you, you move, right? That's just it. I'm not saying that you say, oh, you have to give 1 billion naira for you to come on board. There's nothing like that, because we also know that visibility, because all of you who are currently on this camp, who have started from day 1, already have clarity. So if somebody gives you an opportunity to talk anywhere, the person is just giving you a little visibility to already the star that you are. So it should be an easy thing for you to take it up if you are free within that time. Okay, so let me be seeing. Yes, okay, so let me see. The speech is on what is normal to each individual. Okay, what you do. Okay, yes, you mentioned giving from very also. Since my niche is students, job seekers, and experienced VAs, can I still present? Because you only mentioned that people will be presenting are mostly founders and entrepreneurs. No, you are. You can still present very excellently well. So you have a community now. Oh, you don't think that a community is a founder? You don't mean it. Well, which village are you coming from? Happiness. Sorry, I meant target market, not niche. Okay, listening to you. Building. Hi, Mama Koye. How you doing? It's been a while. Okay, still thank you so much. I appreciate you even leaving a conversation. Please, if you have been here, I know that some people are Nicodemus by tribe and by blessings. Please always let me know when you're coming here, so that I also can account for what I'm talking about. So like I said, I've already talked about preparations for a speech. We've talked about research. So the next thing we're going to do is, if you're going to have an opportunity to present, let's say the one's presentation, make sure that you are visually, what do they call it? Your slides are visually beautiful or appreciative or very clear or bold as much as possible. One idea per slides, right? For me, I would always even say that if you want that hook, every ideation you're going to talk about in that life should go back to the beginning. In fact, you can even say, just as I've said from the beginning, this and this and this. So you should find a way to be driving that idea to the last minute, so that at the end of your conversation for the day, you have literally brought people into your vision, your mission, what you do, but from that one ideation. So I'll say it again. it's good if you have figured out your brand story, which we already did from day 1, day 2, day 3. You should write your brand story because it's very important. Please make it emotional. If you have written your brand story, another cheat sheet I'm going to tell you guys is put it in ChatGPT and say, please make it emotional, more emotional. Just write it and just see what it says. If it's using gamut terms and unnecessary big bogus words, you eliminate it. But make sure that your own is better than the one for chat. But just give it an opportunity to, what do they call it? Say something different that is probably not your idea. That's like probably getting another expert to view, right? And I said again, ChatGPT, if you're using ChatGPT, just log in, register in so that it always has your history and your memory. You can even ask questions based on all the questions you've been asked. So if you've been doing the assignment throughout this camp, right, you see that in your search history in ChatGPT, it will save all the answers for you. So when you're prompting and you tell it from the archive of everything you've done so far, what do they think that you should hold on strongly after knowing your story and all that? That's if you did the assignment. But if you did not, like I said, the word is Ngozi Kamad, and it means somebody who gossips a lot. Ngosika is usually a term. It's a very good word. Ngosika means that God's blessings are a lot, right? But in this context, it's somebody who likes to do cho. Okay, so cho is somebody who likes to talk. So if the person who likes to talk doesn't even have information, that's where the challenge is. Okay, so thank you so much, Mama. I really appreciate you. So I said it again. We've talked about prepare visually, right? 1 idea per slide. Use at least bold fonts. Bold fonts. It can even get to 20. You know, the regular one for normal typing is, I think, for research and all that is about 12 or so. 12 time new romance. But for slides, the bolder the better. The bolder the better. The fewer. Avoid crowded slides. Have more pictography. So for pictures on slide, there's this concept, the napkin AI. I'll just call them in passing. Don't worry. Even if you don't know it, you might not use it, right? If you use Gamma will just can even curate everything for you. The only problem with Gamma is that after curating it for you, you see their name like this boldly on your slide, so it will be obvious that you used Gamma. But there's no challenge with it. Of course, there's no problem with that. I don't think this should be a challenge, right? I don't think so. But you can use, if you want to curate your slides for yourself, in the sense that you use it and nobody will say because the problem with Gamma is that it's AI, so the same result it gives you, if somebody mistakenly comes super close to any prompt you give. The same thing with ChatGPT. If somebody is in your target market or your target niche and then prompts the same thing with you, if you don't sit down and humanize it with your emotions, you'll be trapped, because some of those words will literally be repeated and you don't want to be sounding fake. So that's why it's very important that if you share to Gamma, you can remove the Gamma logo. Okay, that's beautiful. So this is another thing she's bringing up. That means you have to cut it from every slide. You have to cut it from every slide because Gamma comes at once. So you can have like 11. I think 11 is the maximum share, the maximum curation for free. And that means 11. Okay, so that means you'll be cutting it each one. You just let me know so that I can. Okay, but then like I said, there are few. Absolutely, you can. Absolutely, Mr. Sunday. Okay, so that means you cannot even do last minute with it. So I'll admonish, if you want to create your fresh slides so that you don't have somebody who probably is in your niche who will be talking and it will literally be like you copy the same thing. You can use Napkin AI. Napkin AI, you just prompt it for your ideations. It will curate organogram. Yes, that's the word. Not just organogram. It will create like a flow chart for all your ideations. So, and to make it very pictorial, very, very pictorial. Then there are a few other descripts as well. Descript AI can also do that, but just hold Napkin. Napkin is so beautiful. In fact, for my next video that is coming out on my channel, that's what I used to. I've already downloaded all flow charts. The next thing I'm supposed to do is to use any of those Adobe Resolve, Adobe whatever, to make them, animate them, but if it's for already concepts, AI also does that too. You can tell it to curate a flow chart for this particular ideation for you. They can do it for you if you give it a sample slides. Okay, so ChatGPT does a lot. Actually, that's just the truth. ChatGPT does a lot, so you might want to look at that as well. So make sure that your slides are visually appealing. So if you don't really have more time, you can just use Gamma, right? Yeah, so even me, let me write the name. Yes, you're actually correct. That's the name, Apkin AI. Okay, so Delight, I got that. So that means it's operation cut it from every side. It's just that even Gamma, once you see Gamma slides, you will know that it's Gamma slide. They have this signature very beautiful slides like that, except of course when you create the slides, you want to remix all the pictures, put the pictures by yourself, put some of your own pictures, put some of my battery, put some of your own picture, put the pictures of maybe you working and all that. Sorry guys, let me, my battery is just stopped charging. Okay, so I think we've been able to discuss for visibility, right, as in how it should look. Yes, it's true. No, but if you remove all the pictures, how will they know? If you remove all the pictures, and the thing with Gamma is that if you prompt it, you're still going to have, like, if another person prompts it, it's the same answers. The only thing is, if you do the research yourself and you just feed it in, you know, there are 3 options for Gamma. It's either you prompt Gamma to generate the slides for you, or you take your own ideations which you have already browsed and you put it on Gamma, right? And then the other one is that you just send the whole text full, then they will break it into slides for you. So it's, I think the thing is, the one that people will always know is the one that Gamma curates. So you can also have avoid looking Gamma-ish by curating your own ideations. You can even work with ChatGPT. ChatGPT does a very good work. Or you can browse a particular website specific to your niche where ideations might be different. Then sit down. Like for me, I meditate a lot. In fact, most of the things that on this what did you call it, on this boot camp, they just came to me. In fact, some of them, people will not even know that some of those ideations exist. Anybody who listens to the videos know that there's something different about this. And it's because when I have an idea, I don't just do garbage in, garbage out. I curate a lot. And because this season in my life, I just told myself, this is not the time for me to be flying any around. All I have right now to worry about are my kids. Then my parents call me here and there daily. That's just what I worry about. All my friends, even them, they've deserted me. Because I told them outrightly that, let me just face this season of my life. Once I come out of it, I'll be fine. Then I'm also staying under the guise of nursing mother. So it helps me. I'm not flying around like any other person, as moving aimlessly, no. So I'm very aware of what I do with my time. So some of the things I talked to you guys about is nowhere. In fact, when while creating my ideas for the book, sometimes I would just be shouting, hey, because I literally don't see it anywhere else. So that's one beautiful thing about you sitting down to prepare things yourself, okay? So anyway, the thing is, I don't want to talk so much today. What we'll do is, once we start the rehearsal, I can be correcting all of us and be removing a few other things. So I told you guys, practice aloud for your ideation to flow. Make sure you, in fact, from today, put the camera before you and start talking about anything. So for those people, I've been begging people to be curating video, what do they call it? Video presentations, conversations from your hook. Of course, it's not anyhow video. I've been wanting you guys to talk about ideations or just prepare videos. So you can start from tomorrow. You can give yourself like a 10-day personal challenge to create videos talking about what you do. Just start, make sure you start from the hook, or make sure you use that content calendar. Don't do anyhow. And you can see how these videos are. One of the things I noticed, especially on TikTok doesn't like over edited videos. So a video like this is excellent on TikTok. So you might just tell yourself you're going to have like a 10 days challenge on TikTok where you'll be talking about essentially what you do. Whether people like it or not, you are improving. That's why I tell people every single time, whether people buy into your idea or not, you're improving every single time you step out. So the goal is to always put yourself out there meaningfully. Now, like I said, you guys are no longer among those crops of people that they are saying, oh, be visible, be visible. You now have a reason to be visible, at least if you've been doing all the assignments. So I said practice aloud, practice your rhythm, right? Sometimes when people are talking, they are very flat, no emotes. So emote is just simple word for emotion. Yes, TikTok is doesn't bother so much, so you can even do a video, just be changing different direction, go from one room to the other. That's what they like. And please, if you're starting out on any platform, the shorter your video, the better for you. Don't even try to do any James Bond. In fact, if your video is 0.44 minutes, my post, I think my YouTube post, I think, was it on today is Thursday. On Tuesday was 0.4 seconds, and that's why I even entered the 1,000 views. True, most people are impatient. So if you're starting out newly, just spread your ideas short, and be patient. It's not everything you want to give out at once, right? Just short, be cutting your ideas into different blocks and be posting them, because the shorter the better. Because your people's videos actually do badly the more it flops. So if people don't watch your video to the end, the video will do badly. So the shorter the better. Let's say the person mistakenly just clicks on you, and then the person sees you doing something fascinating and you do it very short, but the person finished it. It's better for you. Even on YouTube, it's the same thing. Okay, so that's me on the by the way. Okay, and today I wish I had more time, because I wanted to talk a little more on YouTube to help some of the people who want to start that. But please, practice your tone, practice your pacing. Make sure you are passionate in your conversation, right? Every word should have emphasis on some of the syllables. Like if you want to pass a particular ideation, put emphasis. That helps some form of memory. Breathe. If you're generally somebody who doesn't trek, who doesn't take a walk and all that, when you're talking, you easily run out of air. So this one is probably your long-term goal. Practice breathing. Just taking air. There's the 4-7-8 rule, right? Taking air for 4 seconds, like slowly, hold it for 7, release it out for 8, right? Like, let me practice it now. I do like this. I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I will hold it and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm still holding my breath. I'm not even using my breath yet. Then I will now count 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm releasing it slowly through the 8. So you'll be doing the counting in your mind. It's because I'm the one talking, so I had to do that. Then before you come off for any live, you can do your lip trill, like if you're somebody who prays, you can pray in tongues. You can just, all these things are things that ease tension. Then you can run, or you can jump hard on a spot. That way, everything that is making you tense is actually adrenaline, and it's okay. It's normal. It's just telling you, it's imposter. Yes, that's the word. It's imposter and your body coming together to do meeting. They're just asking themselves, does this girl know it? I beg, don't disgrace us. Oh, disgrace us. Don't disgrace us. Oh, don't disgrace. So it's imposter and your inner self fighting. So you need to quiet it down. And some of these exercises can suddenly have you take the pressure on yourself to the people whom you're talking to. So one of the things I also added is that I said, you are here to help people. Just imagine that at least, even if it's 5% or 10% that will eventually jump on your offer because they have been helped. For me, that's one major transformation for me when I started speaking, is because I realized that most of the time I think a lot. If I talk, I am going to help somebody. It doesn't mind the subject matter. If I just open my mouth, somebody will be helped. So I moved my energy from the pressure of, will I say it correctly, to I moved it to people. I better talk because I'm going to save somebody's life. Because especially when I saw how I suffered to get many things right, I just want to make sure that people are doing well as well. Gertrude, good to see you. I hope you're catching up, right? I hope you're catching up. Okay, so like I said, after your tone, don't emote. Please, when you're talking, make sure You can hear how I talk, right? Make sure you're not. Hello everyone, my name is. Today I'm going to be talking about exactly. Anyway, you guys know that we're not supposed to be using those filler words, right? Okay, so this is me saying it in person. So back to my flat emote family members. Today my name is Vivian, and I am going to be talking about I'm going to be talking about virtual assistants. Please, you people should not worry. That is how I talk. I'm sorry. That is me. Please don't do that to yourself. So you should have emphasis in your conversations, some high moments, some low moments, drama. Like drama is how you keep people logged in on you. Like I told you, there are lots of distraction. You don't want to make people feel like, oh, they are those people who stop by to watch you. You want to also add sleep in their ears. So please try your best to avoid all of that. So I told you one of the tips you want to do is record yourself at least daily. Give yourself within this next 10 days, record yourself daily talking about anything. Don't even care, anything at all, right? Just record yourself. Then a few things I think what we'll just do once we start the practical, if there are any specific errors that you'll be making, we'll be talking about it, right? But another thing I would just want you all to do is prepare the materials, your conversation materials, whether your phone, whether you're going to use your laptop, you're going to use whatever it is you're going to prepare. Go on time, whether on ground or online. Always go on time, because it's going to also help you reduce some of the pressure, and then it gives you an opportunity to meet with everybody who is live with you. So if you're getting very busy, at least 1 hour to the time of the event, just cancel a whole lot of things. For me, when I started my presentation, my live presentation that I did like back to back on LinkedIn, in fact 1 hour to the event, I don't even talk to anybody. Now I can even be gisting, and I gist into live. But when I started newly, you cannot even, if you're talking to me, I used to do shut down. I even used to beg my husband then, please, I don't even want any gist, no conversation. I'm just meditating on my ideations, my flow, how my ideas are going to flow. I'm even saying it out. So like I said again, you are not presenting except you have rehearsed speaking to yourself. Sometimes to even be better, you watch a mirror, like you watch a mirror when you're saying those things to yourself. So that's essentially everything you need to know about preparation for a presentation. Okay, so if you want in-depth classes on public speaking, we've had, just check on our live, we've had several classes. We even did public speaking training for a month, a full month. We did 4 weeks public speaking training. So from beginning, we moved people from beginners down to expert level. So if you need any further guide, you can just go and watch. It's somewhere down, but it's written public speaking very clearly. Just click on the live. We did that for what's the name? We did that for I think last 2 months or last 3 months. That was the first series we did this year, so that you can ground yourself. Please, do we have any questions? I have a deadline now. I have curfew in my house. I must sleep by 10 on the dot. So please, if you have any questions, just ask me. If you don't have questions today, we can prepare for tomorrow. Yes, we can prepare for tomorrow. I will just maybe wrap up anything. If you have any question, just ask in the group. When I'm preparing for tomorrow's conversations, I'll just add a few things. Then if you guys are ready, if you're ready with your speech, we can just go ahead. Like I told you guys, we're already coming to the end of the 30 days challenge, right? Anything I'm going to come live on my spare time to do is that I'm going to be talking about YouTube growth. That's all. So for people who are looking to grow their YouTube, you can always just come around. That's if I'll be around, because I'm taking my video editing classes more seriously. So I don't even know if I'll be coming live after then. But if I come, I can just come, turn on the camera, and just see if I can meet any new person. But all the materials, 30 days, I've told you some of the things I told you guys, you will not see it elsewhere. You will not. I think it's a gift, and I'm grateful to God for it, right? So the most important thing is that you get to work almost immediately, right? Get to work almost immediately. So if you have any questions, if you guys are ready on the group, it's just that me, anytime I leave myself to the mercy of you people, You people want me to be dragging people up and down, and there's no challenge with that, right? I'm Mothereagle for a reason, but please encourage me as well, okay? So once you guys are ready, if you think that tomorrow you can be ready for us to take the first 2 presentation, because we're going to go through all the people who will be presenting. Okay, awesome. So we're going to take a, what did they call it, would literally go through your slides and everything together. So once you're ready, slides and everything, just put it in a group, right? Put it in a group. Like I told you, all your conversation, make sure you put all the things that you've been able to learn for yourself in that conversation, so that your presentation can be very rich. Carlos, this is the first time I'm seeing you. You're welcome to our community. Please, let's welcome him, even though my curfew is coming. Okay, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm gonna do that. Please, let's welcome Carlos W. Harris. Good to see you. Mind you, I'm a Nigerian. That's why that is my accent. How are you doing? So good to see you. Please, let's welcome him. Oh, hey, have everybody gone to bed? Let's welcome him. What do you do here? Thank you so much, happiness. Thank you. What do you do here, Carlos? Let's see where we can help you, if you need any form of help at all. Okay, so if we don't have any question, I think it's almost my curfew time, so I'll see you all tomorrow. Please, once you're ready for your presentation, so tomorrow, if you guys are ready, we can literally start the, what did they call it, we'll start the rehearsals for the presentation. Yes, that's what we'll do at 8 p.m. GMT +1. So I want to say thank you so much for your patience with me as well. Thank you, Rabiatu. Thank you, Happiness. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Minister Esther. Thank you, Mr. Sunday. Thank you, Gertrude. Thank you, Delight. Thank you, Abimbola. Thank you, Build and Brand with Kuyik. Thank you, Happiness. Thank you, Thrive Nest with Onyeka. Let me see. I think I've been able to mention everybody who. Thank you, Rosa, for commenting. Yes, Rabiatu as well. So I think I'm going to be ending the live. Yay! Oh my goodness, and we're almost done. Please, let's welcome the charm. I hope I'm getting your pronunciation very well. I would really love to hear from you. I'll check your channel and see what you're doing as well. But that'll be tomorrow, because I really have to retire now. So I just want to say that I appreciate you all. God, you guys have made my I don't know, my month of May was a success because of you all. We did it. Like, we did 30 days. So I think we're going to be counting that 30 days by Saturday. It will be 30 days on the dots by Saturday. But I am so honored to have gone through this journey with you all. So like I told you guys, implementation. Let me sing. Is there any song like that? It's not implication, it's implementation. So please, let's get to work. I really appreciate you, the charm. Please, we'll be here 8 p.m. GMT +1 tomorrow. I would really love to see if you can come, so that we can see what you do as well. Okay, so you can just look around my channel and see essentially what we do. Okay, so from 30th, no, from 1st or so, that's when we would have reached that 30 days. Then from my own daily personal challenge will just be 4,000 watch hours. I'll do everything I've learned about YouTube and some of the things that work based on my other channels. So anybody who would want to start their YouTube journey, you can always just step back, right, and join me, because I think I'll be here. I don't know, but I will not be this focused, because this focus is because I'm teaching you guys. I want to make sure that you get it. But then I will just be doing my graphic design, my video editing classes and all while I come on live. Anybody who asks me a question, I'll answer. If they don't, I'll just continue my ideas. So I think I'm gonna be going. See you guys tomorrow the same time. 8 p.m. GMT +1. I love you all. Like, you guys are amazing. So I'm going to be ending this live in 4, in 3. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. 2, and then 1. Bye-bye.